Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel, Kindred Souls of Brooklyn and Orlando and Sarasota. So as a former cast member, one of the most popular questions that I get is why so many cast members dislike working at the Magic Kingdom. It wasn't my case, I absolutely loved it, but in this video I want to explain to you why so many of them don't like it. So stay tuned, hope you enjoy the video. Alright, so here we are in Fantasyland, as you can see. And some people will just say to yourself, why on earth would people not like working in the Magic Kingdom? Well, firstly, if you don't like crowds and you don't like noise, this might be a problem for you. So that might explain one aspect to it. Me coming from New York City, Brooklyn, noise is no problem for me. I'm very noisy. Hi, how you doing? Got recognized. Noise is no problem for me, but I'm going to show you like the chief reason why most cast members don't like working at the Magic Kingdom, and it's got less to do with the noise or less to do with it being busy. I mean, if you don't like it being busy, then I would say Disney Springs is the place you don't want it to be, because that place is a rough place to work if you don't like guests and you don't like a lot of confusion. But I can't really show it to you completely, but I'm going to explain it to you right over here. So the main reason why cast members don't like working at the Magic Kingdom, if you think about a map of the Magic Kingdom, I'm going to put one up here, hold on. So the map I'm putting up right now is common knowledge. It's on Google. It's a map of the Utilidor, which if you don't know, the Magic Kingdom is built on the second floor, and that's a story for another day. But when you work at Magic Kingdom, you have to park at Disney University. I'll put a picture up at Disney University. And you have to go through a place called West Clock, which is where they check your bags, typically where I did a lot of times. Being security, I used to do that a lot. But the thing about Magic Kingdom is that when you come in, first off, you have to park in a very big parking lot, and about the size of Citi Field. And after you park in that parking lot, you might park way at the end. You have to walk up to West Clock, and then you take a bus at West Clock after having your bags checked and waiting for the buses. And it takes you over to the Magic Kingdom. Now, because the Magic Kingdom has the Utilidor set up, you have to walk to your location. So, where do they drop you off in the Magic Kingdom? They drop you off right here, and I can't show it to you because it's right beyond that tree line, but they drop you off right by the Pinocchio Village House. Of course, you're on the first floor, you're not on the second floor. And what happens is, you have to walk via Utilidor to your location. So what that pretty much means is that you have to add about an hour onto your trip of working in the Magic Kingdom. So they give you what they call walk time, so you get paid to walk, from wherever you're working. So in my case, all of my jobs that I worked here at the Magic Kingdom, which included two, was security and guest relations, I had to walk to Main Street. So just imagine a day, and Orlando's got more and more traffic. You're coming in, it's late, you're rushing out of the house, you're going down the steps, putting your shoe on as you walk down the steps, and you got to drive through the traffic. You got to go to Disney University. You have to park at the parking lot, run out. You have to go over to West Clock. You ride over. Now you're finally here at Fantasyland, and you have to go all through the tunnel, get to your location, and then clock in and hope you're on time. Now, for crazy people like me who love the Magic Kingdom, never a problem. I love the Utilidor. It's where all the infrastructure is. You walk in, they usually giving you out a cupcake or a balloon or taking a picture with Mickey or something interesting. But for a lot of other people who, cast members, it's a big pain in the neck for them. And of course, I love, decompressing on the bus. I'd sit there with my friends and we talk about the stuff that went on during the day. So for me, it was really fun and interesting and exciting. But for a lot of cast members, they just don't like working at the Magic Kingdom for that reason. But for me, this is where the magic emanates. This is the whole source of the magic. I have so many happy memories of all of Disney, but mostly of the Magic Kingdom, working Dream Squad here, which was just like, kind of me being a kid in a candy store, being a trainer and a coordinator. It's just kind of like, picture a person just let loose and being able to do pretty much anything that they wanted from a reasonable standpoint, guest relations-wise, during Year of a Million Dreams. And boy, did we have fun. But anyway, I just wanted to put this on a video because I do get a lot of questions about that, and people just wonder why. So hopefully this video helps you. And if nothing else, if you're working here, I would definitely say pick up a shift. You have to really see it to believe it. I mean, Nothing like it. So let me know what you think. If you wanted to work at Disney, where would you want to work? I mean, obviously, if you work at a resort, you know, you just drive up to the resort, you park, and you walk in. And a lot of the other places are similar, you know, Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon or Fantasia Golf, you drive up and you park. But here it's very different. And so let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Actually, maybe I'll show you a little bit more, give you an idea. I can't really show you the parking lot because then it's backstage area. But we'll see if I add something onto this video along the way, if I have some other thoughts on it. But for now, Carrie and I are going to keep walking around the Magic Kingdom. So I was just thinking up other reasons why a lot of cast members don't like working Magic Kingdom and walking through the Utilidor particularly, is that the Utilidor, how can I describe it? It's I'll put a picture of it right here, but it's kind of like walking through like a, you know, like a parking lot at a big hotel where you have a lot of infrastructure. It's kind of like maybe the engine room of a ship where you have like different things overhead, but there's a lot of winding corridors and like there's a lot of offices down there and places where you can kind of get lost in a sense. So, you know, I can tell you, I've never worked in security and guest relations all these years at the Magic Kingdom. I've been probably everywhere there is to be, inside and outside of this park, in the proximity of it, Utilidor included. So no one's ever really gotten, you know, hurt down there or anything like that. I can tell you, it's a famous place where people go when they want to get friendly. There's a lot of offices down there, a lot of easily concealable places. People go down there. Sometimes they'll eat food down there that they shouldn't be eating. A lot of strange stuff like that. But no one's ever gotten hurt down there. But for a lot of people, it's kind of like a strange area. I've known a lot of cast members, particularly ladies, who don't want to walk into these like darker areas, or particularly like Tomorrowland has a lot of areas like that where you can kind of feel like someone might get the drop on you, something like that. But I will tell you, I can't ever think of anything ever really happening down there like that. You do get some unwanted visitors down there because access down there is it's not as difficult as you would think. I mean, everybody should be wearing like a name badge, obviously a blue ID card, but you know, sometimes, what's the old saying, if people look like they belong there, then a lot of times people let it go. And there are certain cast members who, you know, they don't want to challenge, especially if it's someone who in the college program, because a lot of times, you know, a younger person might have a father or a grandfather or somebody, grandmother, mother, that's like higher up in Disney. And, you know, some people make a big deal about if you challenge them. So I always challenge people down there. I loved where I worked and I always wanted to protect it. But I'll just show you over here how quick and easy it is. Hold on. So we're right here by the Pascal bathrooms, right before the Haunted Mansion. You know the area. Just met Peter Pan over here. Right near It's a Small World. But this area right here is a backstage area. I mean, I'm able to film it because I'm outside of it. But essentially, you could come up through one of the staircases there. This would be one of the places, if you worked in this area, you'd come out from this staircase, from this area. Hi, how you doing? Welcome to Kindred Souls of Brooklyn. It's fun to get recognized, it really is. Carrie's in the restroom right now. She hates it when I get attention like that. But I'm a ham, I like attention. What am I gonna do? I'm the youngest child. Gotta do something, right? So anyway, yeah, it's not that hard to access it. And I have in my career caught a lot of people down there who shouldn't be down there. But again, thankfully, nothing ever too nefarious, just people being nosy. I will tell you not to do it. If you do it and you're caught, you'll be trespassed from Disney. Sometimes if they're particularly mean, you'll get trespassed from every Disney property around the country anyway. If you could get trespassed from the Magic Kingdom. All depends on the duty manager who's working that night. But anyway, just thinking of other reasons why people don't like working the Magic Kingdom. I guess another thing is the hours. They tend to extend the hours here a lot at the Magic Kingdom. You get a lot of strange stuff. I mean, I did when I worked guest relations. It was just like in security as well. People forget things in their lockers at the front of the park, and you finally clear the park, and you know, someone's got to come over and get something out of their locker. Or they do a lot of photo shoots after the park closes. You'll have to stay if you guest relations with Disney because someone's taking pictures in front of the castle. And it's all magical. It's good. And it never really bothered me. I mean, I worked here. I started working here when Matt was like 10. So it wasn't like he was an infant or anything. But if that's your situation and you have like really young kids at home or something, I could totally see why that would be a pain in the neck. But yeah, so that's about it. I think I covered most of it. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I look forward to seeing you at the Magic Kingdom. Love everybody out there. Please subscribe. See you next time. Have a magical day.